It's the start of a brand new month, so that means brand new Power Ranger comics coming out this month for May. And we kick it off with Mighty Morphin issue 19, written by Matt Groom. And this issue picks up where we last left off with last month, where King Aragon had invaded Earth. He's coming to Zordon to mess his shit up. And meanwhile, you've got the other Mighty Morphin Rangers who are out in space trying to find a brand new command center or power chamber by using the blueprints from the command center they'll find out in the Lion Galaxy. That's right, the Lion Galaxy from Super Ninja Steel and Ninja Steel is appearing in the Power Ranger comics. And if there's one thing that can fix the struggles that Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel struggled to do in the TV show, it's the comics. And I'm excited that Matt Groom is doing it in his run of Mighty Morphin. And if you listen to the Ranger Ninja podcast back in the day when they reviewed Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel, you can kind of appreciate Matt sort of going back and visiting Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel stuff in the comics and sort of exploring that universe a little bit more. But let's talk about Mighty Morphin issue 19. Overall, I thought this was a really great issue. It had some really cool action set pieces, some interesting dialogue back and forth between other characters, some comedy, some universe building with stuff we've barely seen in the TV show. This issue had it all, and I'm glad it was able to fit so much into one issue while keeping on my toes as I turned each page and kept reading. So, one of the highlights of this issue is the battle between Matt and King Aradon. And King Aradon, seeing him in action, is really interesting because this guy is a hulking mess of a machine. And it's really cool to see Matt go toe-to-toe with this character. And it looks like our heroes are going to be struggling to deal with this character with how powerful he is. And then, meanwhile, you've got stuff going on in space where it's going to be like the other Mighty Morphin team, and they're sort of going to do some spy stuff where everyone's going to split up on the planet and sort of infiltrate the planet to get the information they need for this command center. And I really like the pairings that Matt's done with these characters. So, we've got this whole Oceans 12 and 11 and 13 thing going on the Leonis planet. And you've got pairs that I never thought we'd see working together in this comic. So, we've got Tommy and Daisha on one side. You've got Adam and Kim working together as well. That's really cool. And then you've also got Billy sort of being the tech guy on the sidelines. So that's some really cool stuff we're seeing in this comic with this heist thing we've got going on to get the power chamber or the command center on the Lion Galaxy planet. And not only that, we're also introduced to one of the kings in the Lion Galaxy, and he's wearing the same getup as the person from the Lion Galaxy had on in Ninja Steel or Super Ninja Steel. I can't remember their name. I do apologize. Someone's probably going to correct me in the comment section. But either way, it's really cool to explore the Lion Galaxy and meet more of these people in the Power Rangers universe. So I like that touch that Matt is doing. So if we're in the Lion Galaxy, does that mean we're going to run into Mick? I don't know, but I hope so. But I want to talk about this whole heist mission that the Mighty Morphin team are doing out in the Lion Galaxy, because it is so wacky, it is so goofy, I love it, and it's just basically something going wrong waiting to happen with this mission, and I know something bad could possibly happen with what's going on, because how the sort of that story ends in this issue, you just see it and you're like, oh god, what is going to happen now? So earlier on, when they're sort of going over the plan, Alpha says he's brought disguises, and on one of those pages you can see a suitcase behind him, and there's this scene where Tommy and Daisha, they sort of beat up this alien couple, friends, I don't know, but it's so wacky and goofy where they beat them up, they take their clothes and they wear them as a disguise, and it's so cartoony that the friends that they're sitting with mistake them for them, even though they look so different, they look so humanoid. So I like that joke they've got going on in this issue. And then when Tommy's cover is about to be blown as he talks to the Lion Galaxy King, you have Alpha 5 coming in, dressed as a freaking pimp, where he's sort of got one of those coats on, those fancy suits, he's got a bow tie, he's got a mustache, he's got a top hat on, he's got a cane. Alpha is dressed like a pimp in this issue, and he calls himself Alfonso Favori. hairdresser of the stars, or hairdresser to the stars. And I freaking love the disguise that Alpha's got going on for him, because the whole reason why he brought a disguise is so everyone else wouldn't get caught, and so he wouldn't get caught because people might recognize him as Zordon's assistant out in space. So I just freaking love Alpha dressed as a pimp in this issue. So Hasbro, if you're listening, get on it, make a Lightning Collection figure of this Alpha, please. Now, before I talk about the whole action set piece in this issue, the battle between Matt and King Aradon, I gotta say, the dialogue in this issue pops me, especially the first couple of pages where Matt is talking to Rocky's siblings and he says, "Hey, who's your favorite ranger?" And they reply with, "Oh, it's the White Ranger." And as Matt's gonna go fight King Aradon, he's like, "Don't worry, leave this to me, your second favorite ranger." And Rocky's just like, "Hey dude, I think you're their fourth favorite ranger." And Matt's just got this like look on his face. He's like, "Oh brother." Like, I love the back and forth between the characters in this issue. And one bit of dialogue that piqued my attention was when King Aradon approaches Matt, or Matt approaches King Aradon, and King Aradon sees Matt as the Green Ranger, and he calls him Rita Repulsa's emissary. And that kind of made me raise an eyebrow, making me think, I wonder if Tommy did other stuff while serving under Rita, because all he did in the TV show was fight the Mighty Morphin team. But how would people like King Aradon know about Tommy Oliver if most of the stuff that happened in Green with Evil took place on Earth? Unless Rita was out bragging she got a brand new ranger and stuff like that. I don't know, but that bit of dialogue piqued my interest. So, the whole fight with Matt and King Aradon is brilliantly drawn, lovely artwork, lovely colouring as well. Especially the lettering that Ed Dukeshire does for King Aradon, where it's sort of this sort of, what's what I'm looking for? This old school computer speech text he's doing, and that's really freaking cool. I do like it. So the whole speech bubbles and the word bubbles for King Aradon is very computery, and that kind of suits him because he is a robot, so I like that a lot. So the whole fight with Matt against King Aradon seems very hopeless at this point with how powerful this character is. Even they create a device that sort of enhances the Dragon Dagger, where it's a disruptor that can shut down the machines. Doesn't really work, where King Aradon just gets back right after it seems like he's been defeated and says, "We're machines, you can't simply turn us off." And he gets back up and keeps fighting another day. And the issue ends on kind of a wholesome note where Rocky has to jump into battle, but the whole reason why Rocky's been staying put is so his family doesn't get suspicious. And Rocky and Zordon have this back and forth near the end of the issue where Rocky says to Zordon by saying, "Hey, look, I know me leaving will make my siblings suspicious and I know what the rules say." And Zordon replies with this, something that he should have said well, not a long time ago, later down the line in future seasons, that sort of became a staple rule in the Mighty Morphin storyline that affected other seasons with the whole Ranger's identity thing, where he says, "The world is not as I saw it, Rocky, and perhaps my rules need a change to reflect that. Here is a new rule and it supersedes all the others. We shall never lose another Ranger." And as he says that, he's looking at Grace, and Grace is looking at him. So it's a nice, like, Zordon character growth moment where he says, "Sometimes I gotta bend my own rules to save people so they don't end up dying." So Rocky goes down, he hugs his family in this nice warm embrace, and then the final issue is Rocky jumping out of the barrier, ready to assist Matt and fight King Aradon. And Rocky says to his family that he loves them and he will always protect them. So yeah, that was Mighty Morphin issue 19. Overall, I thought it was a really good issue. I enjoyed it quite a fair bit. What did you guys think of Mighty Morphin issue 19? Tell me in the comment section down below. Next month, I believe they're teasing the big death in the Power Ranger comics, that someone is going to die. We have no idea who that is going to be, and we'll probably find out next month, so that should be very interesting. But like I said, what did you guys think of this issue? Tell me in the comment section down below. I love to hear your thoughts and opinions. With that said, I'm bringing this video to a close. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new and stuff like that. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Take care. Bye.